Innovations bring out the best that a particular industry could provide to consumers at any point in time. As we see these new technologies coming up, we will notice certain upgrades to the manner in which we see them working, and will certainly notice a higher efficiency to reduce the use of resources while increasing the output they provide us with. Now, while they strive to make this happen, we need to keep in mind that these new projects that we see emerging in the market must pass certain criteria and tests before we can rely on them with the billions of dollars of investments that the community may make in the coming future. Today's video will give you an insight on how well this new project will help you make the most out of the system, and therefore provide you with a platform to ensure that you earn the best possible levels that you can. Welcome back to another video on the CryptoSafe. We will be dealing with Diro today, a project that isn't spoken of much and has a unique manner of performing certain tasks. We will be discussing with you certain aspects that will help you determine the value of it and if it is worth your time and investment. Make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel to make the most out of this video, and ensure that you stay tuned with us at all times and don't miss out on the latest updates that may be coming in the cryptocurrency world. Before we jump into the video, let us remind you that we will be giving away $20 to a random person that will be announced at the end of every month. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also comment on your thoughts about this cryptocurrency to stand a chance to win this giveaway. Having said that, let us get into the Diro and look at what exactly they offer us. When you land on their website, you will notice that they follow a very simple and sober design, which shows an easygoing nature that they tread on. The website also claims that they will work on combining the proof of work with a technology that many may not have heard of. It is called the DAG block structure and will also be supplemented by wholly anonymous transactions. This means that in terms of security, Diro will be a step ahead of many of the competitors in the market.
Homer, we're the best in the business.
In simple words, Diro will be the first crypto note blockchain that will have smart contracts on the very native chain. They do so without having to add any forms of extra layers into the system, and also without the secondary blockchains. Before we speak about anything else, we think that we must bring in a bit more clarity about the DAG blockchain system that is being used by Diro. This technology has been developed to ensure that the users get enhanced reliability, privacy, and security at all times, while keeping up higher usability of the blockchain system. We think that Diro will be able to show a reduced effect of the blockchain trilemma, and therefore suggests the chances of higher efficacy under all circumstances. On the Diro blockchain, your balance will only be accessible to you and no one else. This makes sure that your account privacy is upheld at all times, irrespective of the cause. The technology has been developed in Golang, and the researchers and developers seem to be constantly working on adding more features to the system to make it better and better. The target audience that they have are the businesses, and providing them with a platform that could allow them to make safe, secure, and fast payments throughout the globe with the least interruptions. The execution of smart contracts is yet another major feature that they look forward to providing to the businesses that make use of the Diro system. The TLS encryption network being made use of by them ensures that the data and anonymity are maintained. The integrity of the entire blockchain is upheld to keep the system stable and free from attacks of any kind. These factors make the technology being implemented by them much easier to use and accessible, making them a much better option in today's world. They also have introduced a concept called bulletproofs that comes with the Diro DAG blockchain. This is yet again additional security to the entire blockchain and ensures that none of your data gets stolen or retrieved by a third party at any point in time. Speaking of this, let us speak about the hash rate attack immunity that Diro has. The developers claim that Diro is 51% hash rate attack immune, which is something noteworthy and makes them a strong contender to the best cryptocurrencies out there in the market.
Absolute best of the best.
The encryption rate ensures that your data is never jeopardized, which is the best thing, according to us, that is provided by this technology. Initially, there were about 2 million DEO on the network when launched. This, as a matter of fact, is not a part of the circulating supply at the current stage. The 2 million Diro is otherwise called the pre-mine, which will further be used to finance development and marketing purposes. Even though this coin has been with us for quite a long time, starting from the month of June 2018, it is only recently that we started to take note of this cryptocurrency. The network migrated to the new Diro Atlantis blockchain on the said date with a block height of 95,550. Later, it was updated to a much newer system called the Astro BWT on the 6th of March 2020. This update allowed the blockchain a 27-second block time with just a 4.5-minute confirmation time. On this basis, it can be calculated to find out that around 3,200 main blocks are emitted each day. The specifications so far seem to be very competitive, keeping in mind the kind of security being offered by this new technology. The major change that you will notice in the system is the combination of the Diro Atlantis with the CryptoNote protocol along with the acyclic graphs and bulletproofs.
You're bulletproof?
The Diro DAG implementation is responsible for crafting out the main chain from within the DAG network of blocks. This then refers to the main blocks and the side blocks. Both of them have different levels of rewards. The main blocks fetch 100%, while the side blocks will fetch 8%. As we mentioned earlier, the traditional 51% of attacks that are normally seen will not be possible on the Diro network. Now, in case the network finds another block at the same height, the system will automatically be able to choose both of them instead of making a selection amidst one of them. This is how the said 51% attacks are just not possible on the Diro network. Now, we have been speaking of a term that may have raised a few questions in your mind.
And I have a lot of questions.
The term bulletproof seems to be standing a bit out of order for cryptocurrencies. Let us explain to you how the system of bulletproofs works. These are, in fact, the cryptographic techniques that help in reducing the space that is required for the zero-knowledge range proofs in anonymous transactions. This ensures anonymity at all stages and therefore is fundamental to the better performance of the entire Diro network. It is essential for the system to make sure that the transactions are being conducted after a good validation process. This means that the high number of security measures will certainly be determinant of the manner in which the coin scales up and increases the number of transactions at a particular point in time. The method used here to get this done is relatively simple, but has cleverly been utilized. A system installed in Diro also ensures that the output of transactions is not higher than the inputs. This being the case, it becomes much more relevant for the users to make use of the system that ensures higher protection and security for their investments. The system being implemented is called the Peterson commitment. Despite the fact that there is a way to fool this system by making a very large number of transaction outputs that leads to overflowing, which could have been one way to make fraudulent use of the system, the developers have resolved this loophole by implementing range proofs. The range proofs have a size of 4 kilobytes for 64 bits of precision. Combining this with the bulletproofs, the size is limited to 672 kilobytes. As a result of this, the blockchain size reduces, and hence the system overcomes this loophole and prevents the users from being exploited. As the block size is reduced, the next challenge that they could face is the reduction of speed. By introducing a factor of 10, this problem could be resolved by the developers as well. A simple step of optimizing the double base double scalar multiplications that have been determined necessary for the validation of bulletproofs. So, what the Diro Atlantis does is that it makes use of the pre-compute tables to convert the 64 times 2 base scalar multiplications. These claims that are being made on the official website of the Diro shows the kind of confidence in technology being implemented by them.
That's confidence.
Given that these advantages hold high value in recent days, there are high chances that the businesses will be able to make good use of the technology that they have in hand. Furthermore, being the first in the class, it becomes necessary for the developers to ensure that the updates being implemented are constantly under observation for any forms of malfunctions. The TLS encryption being used protects the network users from eavesdropping. This, yet again, ensures high privacy and a good implementation of the existing technology with some important additions to come up with something that has been highly desirable. So, this was all about the Diro. It is important to have an in-depth idea about cryptocurrency in case you plan to invest in it. And if this is what you have been looking for, consider subscribing to us as we have a lot of similar content for you ready. Make sure you hit the like button and let us know about your favorite cryptocurrency. Till we meet again, keep investing and making the best decisions.